The Cashman, a Johnny Cash tribute show performed by Kevin Oliver, honors the life and music of the legendary Johnny Cash. This show will take you on a trip down memory lane, combining the music, the history, and personal facts about the Man in Black, one of the most beloved storytellers of all time.
And time keeps dragging on, but that train keeps rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Sure. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line. I find it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when each day's through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line. Love is a burning thing, and it makes the fiery ring. Bound by a wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went up higher. And it burns, 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 the ring of fire, the ring of fire. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much. Come on me, just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Well, I don't blame him, cause he ran and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle, then I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled in the closet, threw my clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirt. Then I washed my face and combed my hair, stumbled down the stairs to meet the day. I'd smoked my mind the night before with cigarettes and songs that I'd been picking. But I lit my first and watched a small kid playing with a can that he was kicking. Then I walked across the street, caught the Sunday smell of someone's frying chicken. And Lord, it took me back to something that I'd lost somewhere, somehow along the way. on a Sunday morning sidewalk. I'm wishing, Lord, that I was stoned, 'cause there's something in a Sunday that makes the body feel alone. And Lord, there's nothing short of dying that's half as lonesome as the sound of a sleeping city sidewalk and Sunday morning coming down. How high's the water, mama? 2 feet high and rising. How high's the water, papa? She said it's 2 feet high and rising. We can make it to the road in a homemade boat, 'cause that's the only thing we got left that afloat. It's already over all the wheat and notes, 2 feet high and rising. How high's the water, mama? 3 feet high and rising. How high's the water, papa? She said it's 3 feet high and rising. Well, my hives are gone, I lost my bees. Chickens are sleeping in the willow trees. Cows are in the water up past their knees, 3 feet high and rising. Well, I left Kentucky back in '49 and went to Detroit to work an old assembly line. The first year they had me putting the wheels on the Cadillacs. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by, and sometimes I'd hang my head and cry, 'cause I always wanted me one that was long and black. So one day I devised myself a plan that should be the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out there with a lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired, but I figured I'd have it all by the time I retired. I'd have me a car worth at least $100 grand. I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I have the only one there is around. So the very next day when I punched in with my big lunchbox, help from my friends, I left that day with a lunchbox full of gears. I've never considered myself a thief, but GN wouldn't miss just one little piece, especially if we'd strung it out over several years. Well, the first day I got me a fuel pump, then the next day I got me an engine in the trunk, then I got me a transmission and all the chrome. The little things I could get in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all 4 shocks, but the big stuff we snuck out of my buddy's mobile home. Well, up to now my plan went all right, till we tried to put it all together one night, and that's when we noticed that something was definitely wrong. Well, the transmission was a 53, and the motor turned out to be a 73, and when we tried to put in the bolts, all the holes were gone. So we drilled it out so that it would fit, and with a little bit of help from an adapter kit, we had that engine running just like a song. Well, the headlights, there was another sight. We had 2 on the left and 1 on the right, but when we pulled out the switch, all 3 of them come on. Well, the back end looked kind of funny too, but when we put it together and we got through, well, that's when we noticed that we only had 1 tail fin. Well, about that time my wife walked out, and I could see in her eyes that she had her doubts, but she opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags, and I headed her right on down Main Drag. I could hear everybody laughing from blocks around. But up there at the courthouse, they didn't laugh, 'cause to type it up, it took the whole staff, and when they got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. I got it one piece at a time, and it didn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style. I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I have the only one there is around. Yeah, Red Rider, this is the Cottonmouth and the Psychobilly Cadillac, come on. Oh, this is the Cottonmouth and negatory on the cost of this here machine there, Red Rider. You might say I went up to the factory and picked it up. Cheaper that way. What model is it? It's a 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. Well, it's a 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. Thank you.
The Cashman, a tribute to Johnny Cash, an affordable entertainment solution for your next event.